Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video talking about tools and applications or resources that's available on IRS.gov that you can use and leverage for your tax business. And so these are resources that you want to be familiar with that you can help your potential clients to understand and to utilize and leverage to help them with their issues that they may be having. And so the more you know, the more you can leverage your knowledge and information you have. So I always make IRS.gov my go-to resource for research and information needed when it comes to looking up something that I'm not familiar with that I need to know about, especially when it comes to preparing a tax return for a client. But in general, I always go to IRS.gov and hang out. I learn about all the different things that's under the different tabs and categories on the website because I want to be familiar with them. I want to be knowledgeable to a certain extent, and I want to be able to know that there's certain things that I can go to IRS.gov for that's going to help me with a client that I may have when it comes to the research I need to do that's going to help me to better serve them and get the tax return done accurately, correctly, and professionally done is the big picture goal. And so when it comes to that, we're going to talk about 10 different things that I got straight from the IRS.gov website that you see once you type in IRS.gov and go to the page. There's a section that has a carousel of items that scroll through it automatically. And those are the items that I'm talking about that you'll see on the IRS.gov website that I'm going to be talking about now in this video. So the first one says IRS free file. IRS got it where you can take your tax return, go to the website, and put in your own tax return for free. So that's an option for clients who A, can't afford your fee, B, not getting a refund at all, who definitely not trying to pay your fee because there's nothing in it for them for paying your fee, because when it comes to making money based on the service we provide, clients who don't get a refund are not incentivized to pay you the fee you're trying to ask for. So unless you're charging a very little inexpensive fee in the first place, a client that owes $2,000 or $3,000 to the IRS is not trying to pay a $300 or $400 or $500 tax preparation bill from you. They just not. So in that case, you want to send them somewhere where they can go free and do it themselves. And so IRS free file is an option. 2, your online account. IRS has made it now where you got access to your own tax records because the system deals with millions of people that the IRS doesn't have the resources and manpower to be bothered with that. So they give you access to your own tax records. So I encourage all taxpayers who file tax returns on a regular basis to go to IRS.gov and do ID.me and get your online account set up. So now you got access to your own tax records. So when you fall into certain situations with the tax professional or tax preparer that you're going to, having access to your own tax records immediately will help fast track and streamline that issue that you may be going through where you need your tax records and you don't want to have to go online and fill out a form requesting transcripts because it's going to take time for those to come in the mail, and you want to be able to get those that information immediately. So if you got your own online account set up already, you need immediate access to what you need. So for example, you need to file a 2018, but you don't have none of the W-2s or income for 2018 at all because you didn't keep up with it or you moved 3 or 4 times since then, and we looking at 2020, and you want to get those things done, but you can't find them. If you got your own transcripts by having your own online account done, you can log in, go to wages, pull 2018 income for that year, print it out, give it to the person that's going to do your taxes, and voila. That's how simple and streamlined that process was for you because you had access to your own tax records versus having to go fill out a form and request the records that's going to cause you to have to wait for those to come in the mail. The next thing is, where's my refund? That's the place you go to on IRS.gov that's going to ask you for some information where you can look up your refund. So a lot of times our clients come to us asking for status on a refund. Now, if they're doing a bank product, then we're able to get an extra layer of tracking on that situation versus a client who's done a tax return where their money is coming straight from the IRS themselves. So either way it goes, we both use IRS.GOV, Where My Refund, to track the money. Now, the people we do business with has a number that we can call to give us the status, but to get immediate results where I don't have to make a phone call, it's much easier for me to go to IRS.GOV, Where My Refund, put in the year we're talking about, put in the social, put in the filing status, put in the refund amount, the original refund amount, hit submit, and get feedback on what that looks like. And so that's the most common way to look up someone's refund status, is using IRS.GOV, Where My Refund option. The next thing, another option is to download the IRS.GOV mobile app on your phone, which is going to ask you the same information: what year, social, filing status, original refund amount, hit submit. It gives you a status. So those are the two ways you can track the refund of your clients, and let them know how they can track their own information, is using IRS.GOV or using the app. The next thing we talk about is pay directly from your bank account. So if you owe a balance due to the IRS, you can make a payment strictly through the tax return itself if they're ready to make a payment right then and there because they have the money. But if they don't, later on they can come back to the IRS.GOV website and make a payment using their bank account. And so that's an option. Getting your tax records. Getting your tax records means you have to have an online account to get access to that, because you want to have immediate access to your own tax records. If you don't have an account, then you can go to the IRS.GOV website and you can fill out a form online requesting transcripts, but it only go back so many years. So that's why you want to have access to your own account, because it goes back much farther than it does by simply requesting transcripts online. And then filling out the form 4506, that's a time game. That's a waiting situation where when you need immediate access to get something taken care of, that's why you want your online account taken care of. That's why you want to have access to that, making it happen, getting it done. The next thing we talk about, identity theft protection PIN. With identity theft being epidemic proportions right now in the U.S., you want to get your ID PIN for yourself, so at least they can't file a tax return electronically. They can file one by mail, but if you got a PIN number already and they've submitted a tax return by mail and you have submitted one electronically, because they tried to submit one electronically but it didn't go through because they didn't have a PIN number, but you do. And so that's going to be a conflict. They're going to have one that's been mailed in that's probably haven't even been processed yet, versus the one you've done electronically because you have a PIN number. So you want to get a PIN number. And then if you have kids and you want them all to have a PIN number too, it's a form you can get to fill out and submit that'll give a PIN number for the children as well that you're filing on the tax return, because children are definitely being used identity theft as well when it comes to filing tax returns. So if you want a PIN for the whole family, there's a form for that. And if you want the form number, just submit your email address to me inside the comments, and I shoot you over that form that you need to have to fill out to submit to have identity theft PINs for the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Including yourself if you don't already have an online account. And then the next thing we talk about is tax withholding estimator. On the site, you can estimate how much taxes you should be taking out of your paycheck based on how many, based on some factors that the estimator is going to ask you. It's going to walk you through some prompts. You're going to answer those prompts, and it's going to give you a result after that. So that's a good tool to have to know about. Information return intake system. This is a way you can file 1099s. But, if you're a business owner that files 1099s on behalf of your clients, a lot of us already have accounts that we use from vendors who charge us a fee for that. where we make money from doing them. So there's so many options when it comes to that particular situation. Also, taxpayer assistance center locator. So you can put in the zip code and it'll give you assistance based on where you live at for taxpayer assistance that you may need by talking to a advocate or something like that. So these different resources that's on IRS.GOV website were designed to be helpful to the taxpayer who may need these things, but as a tax professional and business owner, you want to have access and knowledge of these things in advance that you can leverage and utilize to help you inside your own business, and to also help your own clients who may not be familiar with these things whatsoever. And so this is an opportunity for you to become knowledgeable to the point where you can help your clients directly and indirectly, even if you couldn't, even if they couldn't go through your service because their situation didn't want a positive outcome, meaning they didn't get a nice size refund and it resulted in a balance due that they couldn't afford to pay, then you would give them a free option. And that would be the free file option. Or based on where they live at, large populated cities have free clinics that you can go to and get your tax returns done free if you made under a certain gross amount. And so those are the things we want to educate ourselves on and have access to, that we can send clients to who we might not be able to service and help due to certain specific types of situations. So when it comes to tools and resources that's available inside your business, you want to make sure you're knowledgeable when it comes to the different things that's available. You want to leverage IRS.GOV website, hang out on this site on a regular basis, get to know this site as much as you can, get to leverage the information and the training and the tools and resources that's on IRS.GOV website, because it's free access that's going to help you become a better professional when it comes to serving your clients. And so when it comes to you starting your own tax preparation business, if you're ready to do that, and if you've already been checking me out behind the scenes and you ready to take action right now, and you still got questions and concerns you need to talk about, hit me up at the number on the screen. You know what I'm saying? 782-1320-773. You know what I'm saying? My contact information is inside all my videos when it comes to numbers, email addresses. And so when you're ready to take action, hopefully you'll do it before September, because once September get here, 90 days to get ready for the upcoming tax season, especially for the person that has no prior training or experience, will not be sufficient for you. You'll be at a disadvantage on top of being at a disadvantage. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in my next one.